What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to talk about 3 ways that you guys can improve your arm strength. Let's get started. All right, guys, so this is going to be a great drill to help you improve your arm strength. All you need is really a medicine ball. You could do, depending on your size, depending on your weight and your strength level, you could do either anywhere from 6 to 10 pounds. That's where I go. This is 8 pounds. This is right in the middle, so I'm going to show you what we're going to be working. So what this is going to be working, all of our quarterbacks' power, all of the power we generate comes from our legs and comes from our hips, and that's what we're working right now, our legs, hips, and our core. We should have no stress on this arm. The arm is just a follow-through. It's like my body pays 80% of the throw, and my arm is just this 20%, which is the follow-through, okay? So we're working right now getting our whole body engaged with this. So we're gonna have this ball. All we're gonna be doing is it's gonna be a 3-part sequence. So when we drive off this back leg, the first part of the throw is driving off this back leg, driving off this inside arch right here, pushing, getting these hips. So when we push off the inside arch, I don't push up and lose my entire legs. I have a nice slight bend in my legs. I push off the inside arch, which gets this back hip. It forces it to come through and chase my front hip from opening up my front leg. That's what we're going to be working right now, but also disassociating our upper half from our lower half. So we're going to have this ball. All we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, nice short front stride, get this front foot in the ground, and then 3, and we're gonna throw. Now, the most important thing on the throw is we're pushing from this leg, and I'm not just throwing this thing like a chest pass, okay? I'm actually pushing, getting my hips torqued, staying low, having my hips go around, and then rotating through with my core to push this ball out there. Let me show you how this thing's gonna look. So we're gonna be here, we're gonna go 1, be aggressive with this hip, 2, 3. And just finish through this throw. You could have this thing, I'm doing this in an open field right now, you could do that, or you could set this thing up against a fence or a wall. I would recommend doing sets of 8 to 10 reps, depending on, again, your strength level, the weight of the ball you have. But the most important thing is being able to push off this back leg, get my hips torqued, keep my shoulders back like I'm looking down this barrel of the shotgun, and then rotating through as aggressive as possible with my core to work on engaging my whole entire body throughout this throw, not just throwing with my arm. All right, guys, so this next drill we're gonna be doing is gonna be working a lot of the same thing we were talking about before, getting our hips torqued to this throw, having an aggressive back hip, being able to generate force off this back leg, okay? So they call this the Brees walk, all right? So what this is they call it this because this is what Drew Brees does to work on. If you watch Drew Brees throw in the pocket, he's got great hips. This back hip is shooting through, it's firing, very similar to Tom Brady. They keep this front shoulder closed, and they're getting this hip fired to create this torque right here. When quarterbacks, they like to sometimes just open up, and they got no torque from their position right here. Everything's open, they have no torque at all. When they keep this front shoulder closed, they create this torque from their hips, and that's when their arm will just roll right into this thing. The arm wants to just follow this path. The arm wants to go in this natural path, and we're gonna be working that first sequence, keeping our shoulders back, getting our hips torqued, okay? So you could start this stationary, but I eventually want you guys to walk, and I'm gonna show you how it's gonna look. You could do this with 2 tennis balls, maybe 2 weighted balls, or you could do this with a football. I'm gonna show you how to do this thing with the football right now. So we're gonna be here. Nice, good base. Make sure we're sitting down, our feet just outside of our shoulders. All we're gonna do is we're gonna be looking straight ahead. We're pushing off this inside arch, not just the back leg to where we go up, this inside arch so my hips go around. Quarterbacks are rotational athletes, so we wanna be here, nice, relaxed up our half, and we wanna pause right here. Taking this thing back, we could either be here. I don't want you lifting this ball somewhere in this area, not down, not lifting the ball. And we get my hips going around, so we could just do sets of 5 of that. So we're gonna be here, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see how my hips are going around, and I'm aggressive with this back hip, because when it's time to throw, this is all about reps, guys. You can do 100 reps of this in front of a mirror at your house. When it's time to throw, we're just gonna naturally, right when this back leg hits the ground, my hips are gonna rotate through, I keep my shoulders back, and my arm just flows right into it. Now let's work it like we're doing maybe 5 yards. We could be here, and work that for maybe a 5 to 10 yard space. That's when you're walking to it. That's why they call it this Brees walk. All right, guys, so now we're gonna talk about some technique to help you get some more distance on this ball, on your deep ball, maybe get some more pop on this throw, okay? So now when we're sitting in this pocket, right, we want to have a slight bend to our legs, okay? It's almost like, I think of it like you ever skate or you ever surf. You're not on a surfboard with your feet super narrow, super tall, right? You do want to have a tall back. I'm not saying that, because we do want to be able to rotate through the throw. But when I say sink down, and I want to say sitting down, sitting in this chair, I mean having a slight bend, this good athletic stance for my legs, okay? But a lot of guys will tend to just hunch over here, and that's why they can't get this full rotation on the ball. I still want to make sure I pull my shoulders back, I'm sitting down. Now we're in this power position. Now I could get some power from my legs. That's where all my power is going to come from, okay? okay? And your legs create all the power. That turns into your hips and then your core. It starts from the legs. It starts from pushing off this back leg. You ever see a pitcher pitch off of a mound? He's pushing off this inside arch, but the only difference is he's real narrow, and that's why he has this long stride. With quarterbacks, all we got to do is the same push off this back leg. Let's just widen our base a little bit, so when I push, I have a short front stride and my hip is torqued through, and then my arm can just roll right into this thing, okay? So we gotta make sure we widen our base, and we gotta make sure we're sitting down and we're pushing off that inside arch of this leg, okay? Sitting down, pushing off the inside arch. Now, another thing, when you guys are throwing, let's say we're throwing a deep ball, right? And we take 3 steps here and we hitch up, or a 5. When you guys hitch, you hitch up, right? I don't wanna hitch up, I wanna hitch towards the target, okay? I wanna keep my base nice and wide, moving both feet at the same time. So when I hitch up, I wanna be here, hitch up nice and wide, going to the target. The only thing that changes is my shoulders. I push, and then I get this thing up, okay? But we gotta make sure that we stay sitting down, guys. It's almost like boxing. You ever see boxers fight? When they're trying to knock somebody out, they're not real narrow and just swinging from their arms. They don't have any power. It's just gonna bounce right off. They're down here, and they're trying to get some pop from their legs and really throw this hook and knock this guy out. That's what we have to do, guys. We got to be able to be in this nice power position, pushing off this back leg, widen our base, get a short front stride so this arm will torque through for us. Those are some technique-based things that you guys can do to help your arm strength improve. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave in the comments any questions you guys have, any comments you guys have. That would really mean a lot to me. And please subscribe to this channel. That would also mean a lot to me. I'll see you guys next time.